So if you look at these tapes, I'm sure you feel a lot of nostalgia. I know that whenever I was little, these tapes were decorating my TV stand. I was always able to, go to Blockbuster with my mom, pick my favorite tape, we'd watch it on a Friday night. It was just our thing. Flash forward 6 years. When I was 6 years old, my little sister Dallas was born. It's a little blurry, but she's very cute, I promise. She no longer had these tapes, and we didn't really go to the video store anymore. She was always jealous because I had so many tapes that I had home videos on whenever I was little, and she didn't get that experience because she was born during this transitional period where we no longer use tapes. Next, another blurry photo, sorry, but my little sister Stevie was born another 6 years later. The day she was born, I was able to take a picture of her with my iPod Touch. This just goes to show that from the day she was born, she already had screens all around her. So why has this affected my little sister so much? Here's an example of how it's affected her. We told Stevie, we were like, okay, can you please get your tablet off of the couch? Can you go put it away? Just please pick up after yourself. And she's like, it's not there. I was like, it's right there. She's like, it's not there. I said, Stevie, it's right there. It got to the point where I was just like, fine, I'll do it. So I did it. And it turns out she was not looking for this. She was looking for this. So how did this happen? It all started with Blockbuster closing down. They started their they filed for bankruptcy and began closing all of their stores, but it was all finalized in 2010. And at that point in time, Dallas was 4, and Stevie had not even been born yet. So you can see why this has affected them so much, because they never had the experiences that we have had with movies. And then this happened because Netflix, which was a main competitor at the time, slowly started to eat away at Blockbuster's customers and their consumers. So it's really funny because Blockbuster actually had the opportunity to buy Netflix whenever they were struggling for $50 million, which is very low if you think about it. So they denied it. They laughed at them. They said no one will ever hop on this digital bandwagon. Well, it turns out people did. And so Netflix reached out to Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, who reached out to, they used their platform to reach out to the younger generations, which ultimately, here we are today. So today we have phones, we have laptops, we have all of these things at our fingertips. We can view things at our leisure, and so how is this becoming such, like a prominent cultural idea? Well, it starts at an early age because whenever kids are fussy, they're handed a phone. They're handed these little things that keep them occupied because it's all about convenience. So, with doing this, it not only encourages them to take out their phone and just enjoy their time on it, it encourages binge watching, which I'm sure we're all guilty of. So, binge watching is whenever you binge a series or you watch it like a marathon, and people are no longer sitting down with their families and enjoying TV. So, no longer are we sitting down at night watching Friends, and the next day going to work and asking our friend, hey, did you see that episode last night? Now we're asking, hey, did you watch Friends yet? Because it's just our cultural adaptation to watching things at our own leisure. I feel out of breath. So this whole digital shift is all about convenience. It's all about things being at our fingertips, and it's all about how these kids are being raised to accept this ideology, that everything should be convenient. So it's really fun to go back and reminisce on older times with tapes and reflect on the tangible changes. And of course there are pros and cons, but if I were to give you the option to watch an extremely goofy movie, and I gave you the left and the right, I'm assuming nobody even has a VHS player in their dorm room, so I'm assuming everyone would just pick the Netflix option. So it's really nice to go back and reflect on all these changes and how quickly they've happened. I have 2 little sisters that I live with, and they lived completely different childhoods than I did. But when's the last time you played a tape? That's all I got.